Hi, so this week I attended my normal small group Bible study, and the main focus of that small group is to build a community of people that serve within the missions department and to connect those that don't feel connected. And this is a fairly new group. I think we've been meeting for maybe a month or two once a week. First it was every other week, and now this in December we switched it to every week. So that has been a positive change because we're able to see each other more and start to build that relationship. So every week on Fridays we meet at the church's coffee shop, and that is nice because it is convenient. It is a place where we are able to have coffee. However, I do feel like it lacks hospitality in the sense that we are not meeting in a more personal setting, and so it kind of limits what we are able to do. Even though we're like in a corner, it still does not feel intimate. And I think that is one of our main goals. So I think switching the location would be a positive thing to a house of some sort, or somewhere less public, because though the campus is basically closed at the time that we meet, there are still some people that are there. The bookstore is connected to the cafe, so there's people, not very many, I would say maybe one person or two, but there's still that lack of intimacy and hospitality that I think we could grow on in that sense. However, I do believe that we are very strong in testimonies and storytelling. We open up every time that we meet with a question, and some of them are very deep. Everyone has to answer, they don't have to answer, but we encourage them to answer these so that we are able to get to know each other, because our church is so large and it is so essential that we have these personal relationships with each other so that we can uplift one another and encourage each other when we are just having a hard time. And so these questions are deep. Some of them are not, but most of them are. One of them that we like to ask the people on their first time there is, what is the most difficult thing that you experienced in your childhood? And that kind of gets us into the deep areas right away, and I think that is important when we are trying to build these strong connections. We also ask about their name, where their spiritual gifts are, how they're involved in ministry, and so that we know where we are in not only in regards to church life, but also to our personal lives. We desire to have fellowship at the heart of all of this, and so that is something that we practice. We also practice listening, because we are telling these stories, personal stories, and so there also is the practices of truth telling, but also promise keeping, knowing that we've promised that whatever we share in this group, we're not going to share anywhere else. And that has been, I think, very effective. And it was actually interesting because as I was observing this, I did not want to go this week. I had a really rough week. I didn't want to be around other people. And so in my mind, I didn't go, but because I knew we had to do a Fieldwork and I wanted to do something recent, my reflection on something recent, I went, and I was able to be a participant of someone listening to me and then someone praying for me, because we end the time after we go through Bible study, then we end the time through prayer. And it was there that I was able to share, like, I don't want to be here, I'm having a rough week, and there were people listening, but they were also ready to pray and come alongside me and pray for me, and that was just amazing to experience, that though I was there as an observer, I was able to participate, and it revealed that these relationships are being built, and I felt the freedom and the strength to share within that group because we have been practicing these practices. So it was awesome. I think I'm excited to continue on with this small group. Thanks.